Thank you all for having me here today. I really appreciate it, the opportunity to let you know what we're doing here in Wisconsin. Real briefly, I know this is a sophisticated crowd. I've been giving this in California, Boston, other places too. So you know what a tipping point is. I'm not going to waste any time on that. We believe pretty strongly that Wisconsin is the tipping point in the next election. To the right, states where Trump is more popular than Wisconsin, 259 votes. To the left, where he's less popular, 269, and we're right in the middle. So we actually believe that we need to win Wisconsin in order to win. So our elections are razor thin. Trump won by 0.7% in 2016. In 2018, we won. Tony Evers, our governor, won by 1.1%. And then we lost an election by about 0.5 percentage point in the Supreme Court the next year. So essentially, we're going to be fighting over that last 50,000 votes one way or the other. And that's what's going to determine whether we win or lose. Again, I know it's a pretty knowledgeable crowd. Dems live in cities. Wisconsin, actually 4% of Wisconsin's population, I'm sorry, 96% of Wisconsin's population lives on 4% of its land, which basically means that all these urbanized areas, with a couple exceptions, and even these have Democrats in them, but up here the Fox Valley is very conservative. The so-called WOW counties, which probably some of you know about, Waukesha and so on, conservative evangelicals, but in all these other areas are tons of Democrats, where some of those 50,000 votes that we need to get back. But it's a big state. It's a urban state, but a very dispersed state. So we need to reach all those folks. We've been doing that so far with our neighbor to neighbor program, which has been in effect since 2017. We've been building grassroots county parties and local activists, all volunteer teams that have been running their own door-to-door canvases. Historically, this has been done by paid organizers and one-time volunteers. 2018, we had 200 plus teams. We did 23,000 volunteer shifts. In the last, in the election, we've knocked on 1.35 million doors in our state. And of course, that's doors, that's almost half the households, 500,000 in the final 4 days of the election. So that's how organized we are here. Last year, we quadrupled that 2017 effort. We reached 85% of the voters that have been reached in the 2018 election year, which is pretty remarkable. 50,000 door conversations, 33,000 volunteers, and 380 trainings. And this was the largest relative to population, the earliest and most efficient in the US. Our cost per knock was cut in half. We've been in the field, or we will have been in the field by November, for 44 straight months. And as most of you know, many of you know, that's a big difference than the way parties usually organize. Usually it's, start, stop, organize, mobilize some volunteers, and stop again. We've been in the field in all of our neighborhoods since the election. Now, this is the key thing I want you to understand. We have cut our cost per conversation, not door knock, which of course is essential. Got to knock on the door to have a conversation. But our cost per conversation, meaning what do you care about? Who are you? Are you registered? And so on, cut from $120 in 2017 to under $14 in 2019. So we are extremely efficient. We have a great deal of data. And right now, of course, like everyone else in the world and in our country and in political world, we're scrambling to put this all, to digitize this as quickly as possible. We just hired the DPW hired a digital director earlier this month. Hello, welcome to our world. I don't envy him, but basically we're scrambling to put that to build out Neighbor to Neighbor as an online program, to build it out so that it's not simply data, which we do have, of course, from all the 38 months roughly about now. We have plenty of data, but we also have plenty of relationships that we built up. Those relationships are what we need to get online, as it were, as quickly as possible and figure out the best modality for doing that. Right now, obviously, people are very concerned with crisis. We're in crisis here, I think more than DC in many ways, from what I've seen. And but we need to hire field organizers in order to digitize at this point. We need to hire organizing fellows who are young people, mostly in college, not all, to work with us in the summer. And we need help on a monthly basis because that lets us get people out in the field immediately and to start that digital conversion. 5,000 is our magic number. We pay people decently here. We pay them benefits, health benefits, and so on. So field organizers and regional organizers, they get about $5,000 a month. For every $5,000 a month that we raise, we can hire somebody if it's recurring on a recurring basis. So we're asking you to help us if you're willing to or able to donate at wisdems.org/win-Wisconsin, and start getting people out in the field to start that digital conversion while it is underway, but to make it accelerated as quickly as possible. So thank you very much.